Hello. Good morning. Where's my notebook? Good morning. How is everyone this morning? It is slightly chilly today. I'm in a flannel. And we're talking. I apologize for the late scheduling of this. I usually try to schedule it a few days in advance, and I didn't. I got sidetracked, which is easy to do. But yeah. Good morning. How is everybody doing this morning? I've already had my coffee. I'm good. I'm good today. There's a little bit of a delay, I think, between StreamYard and YouTube. I hope not. Let's see. Well, she won't be needing those sweaters so much whenever you get down to Arkansas, will she? We're good here. We had an eventful weekend, to say the least. Well, what's going on? Is there anything you want to talk about? I mean, we're all friends here. I think the only one of the friends we're going to miss is Auntie Ann today. She already told me she probably wasn't going to be here, but that's okay. She's a great moderator. She helps immensely with a lot of people. I know that. Okay. Oh, scheduling conflicts. I know it's difficult, especially if it's family. Like, you don't want to tell them no, but sometimes you just have to. I understand. I totally get it. So, we have we picked up another bottle baby, possibly two. I just got a message from the person we bought the one off of. Haston has named him Bingo, and I will show you. He has decided he likes my couch. He's a little boar goat. We're trying to get as much of our stuff from, we're trying to get away from the miniatures. We've had lots of problems with the miniature goats this year. Even though we have a small buck and the kids are not big kids, I kind of feel like I don't want into the little goats, if that makes sense. I'm going to try and milk one of them for a little while. But yeah, we got that. He's a commercial boar buck, so he should pair well on all of our big girls for next year. The only little goat we may keep would be Ruby, and I would just keep her separated from him. But that's just because she's Hastings' pet, pretty much. Yeah. Crochet them all the sweaters you want. I wish I could do something that's dimensional. I can do flat things. That's it. I don't know how to do anything dimensional. Okay. So I broke down this weekend, guys. I went to, I bought plants at the store. I bought actually cabbage, which I have a bunch of cabbage started. And I have a ton of broccoli started, but I bought some broccoli that I didn't have because one set of broccoli, it just doesn't look really great. It actually got leggy. So I'm probably gonna lose all of that. But just 6 cells. It's just one variety. And then I've already got this broccoli here, so it's ready to go out. I can plant it today, maybe, hopefully. And if I do, I'll video it. I didn't video anything all weekend though, so it's a mess. But yeah. So does anybody have any neat plans for the week? We don't. We went to a goat sale Saturday. We had an eventful weekend. My first I guess our first great nephew got to come home from the hospital. He's adorable. And we got to go see him yesterday for the first time. Pretty exciting. I don't feel like I'm old enough to say I have a great nephew, but I do. So it's pretty neat. Matt's sister's like 9 or 10 years older than him. So it's her daughter that had the baby. So, do y'all have any plans for the weekend? Or for the week, I guess? Anything neat? Anything else planning on doing? There we go. We have radio silence again. We have, I have started, let me write this in here real fast. I have decided to, like I said, I'm going to get rid of the little goats, get into all big goats, hopefully boars and Kikos. I've got the 2 majority Kiko nannies. I've got a boar dairy cross, which is mama goat. And I've got her daughter, which is out of a she's out of a Nubian. She's big. She had twins. Oh my gosh, that's in the next video. They're at the post office, but they didn't put them in my post office box. They had them where I would have to pick them up at the counter. So I haven't got them yet, but they're at the post office, and I'll have to get it. They're only open like for 4 hours a day. Share. We'll watch. I am all about my nose. Sorry, guys. I'm all about watching people that I don't normally watch. I want to learn as much as I can, and usually the only way to do that is if you get out of your comfort zone, talk to people that you don't normally talk to. I wrote your name down, so if you give me the information, I'll go watch. Now, Shondell, Ibex Acres, she has the neatest seeds she sent me, and it is a beef and onion plant. And hey, how are yours doing? You did start them, didn't you? I'm curious to see how they're doing for you right now. Let me turn this light on. Let's see if that helps. There we go. You see me a little better. They are, didn't you say they were mahogany? Or some variety of mahogany? That'd be pretty neat. I did read on them a bunch today. Or not today. Sunday. And they are, I guess you can do a lot with them, but you can also turn them into kind of like a bonsai of sorts, according to that website, which that's probably what I'm going to do, is try to keep them in a container. I like containers. That and how my yard is laid out, it's not really conducive to planting trees in it, unless I planted it in the front, but we have that open because Wyatt plays football and we ride horses, so then we've got this big open space, you know. I would love to have fruit trees. So. Weidel, is it Wide family or Weidel? I think it's just Wide. So. $9:30 Wednesday night. We go to bed pretty early too, but I can. Is it Central Time? Generally, I can stay up a little bit. Wide, okay. I was just curious because it's just how it's spelled. Wide Family Farm. It's like my last name is Chitty, Chitty, and it's awkward. Make you a good warm pot before you start. Eastern Time. All right. I always have a notebook so I can write down notes and things. Chinese mahogany. Okay. Not right now, baby. You'll have to wait. Why don't you go watch your show? Yeah. You want a nanner? You want a nanner? You want to say hi? Night. Night. A nanner? Well, hang on. Go bring it. Go get one and bring it here. He eats like 4 or 5 bananas a day if I'd let him. So he didn't want to say hi. He just wants a nanner. It's funny. I don't know what's going on at my neighbor's house, but they have several vehicles going in and out today that's got trailers. I peel bananas funny, like I do it like monkeys do from the end. He's rotten. Let me peel it. Hang on, let me pull the end off of it. There you go. So, other things we did. I didn't film a whole lot because Matt and I tried to we had a bunch of errands that we ran. He was off work Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday we went to the goat sale. But we actually picked up my sister-in-law's weather goat that her daughter showed, and her Barra pig, and brought them over here. We're going to feed them out, and we're going to butcher both of them with them. So it's kind of exciting. Not only are we doing ours, but we're also helping family members. Hello, Bruce. I saw you won something. Was it Saturday night? Was that when that live was? I wanted a shirt from Chrissy. I guess I could. I'd just go pick it up. She's like an hour from me. So I pulled this up on my phone, the chat, And it has like a good 30-second delay. I'll probably have to, I don't know. It's just different. Because like, here it is. And there it is. You want a hat. That's pretty awesome. I like hats, but I have poor depth perception, if I can talk. And I end up hitting myself in the head if I wear a hat. I don't know why I have. If I wear contacts, it's way worse. Like I can't see steps. I think it's because I have an astigmatism, maybe. Hello, Tina. How are you? I saw you won something also. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit, guys. So in May, Crockers and Sawyer Ridge Farm, they are organizing what they're calling as the YouTube family reunion. And doing the YouTube family reunion, they're going to have, there's going to be a lot of people there, not just channels, but also subscribers and fans and people to interact with. I am going. It's an hour and a half from me. I can stay at home. I don't have to rent a motel or anything. So I'm going to it. But are any of you, or is anybody in the area that can go to it? Or anybody planning on traveling? A Ridge Life shirt. Tim is so generous. He gives out stuff every week. Whenever he does his Thursday live, he gives stuff away. He's probably one of the most generous people. Flying in. I have never been on an airplane. A little bit scared of them. But I'll finally get to meet Bruce. I'll shake your hand. Might have you a shirt and a sticker too. Who knows? Planning on having stickers done. Hopefully this next month. I've been working with Auntie Ann and then using the Canva program. And she has some really neat graphics that's on her own program stuff. Hopefully I'll have a sticker and something I can have printed that I can put on shirts, like a sublimation thing. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see how long it takes it to get here. 19. It takes it almost a whole minute. Almost a whole minute. I just looked. That's crazy. Before it shows up on my StreamYard. Sorry. I keep touching my face. I don't know why. Ew. I think we get out the last week of May. But I could ask at any time, I could say, hey, he needs to be virtual today. And they would let me do it. His school's pretty easy to work with right now. See, I never hardly catch Adrian's lives. I don't know why. If it's just something, who knows? Who knows what it is? But for some reason, I just don't catch them. But it's pretty. I like to be in lives or visit with people when they're going live. Who knows? Did you tell Tina hi? So, let's see. Other than that, and the fact that I broke down and I bought plants, even though I said I wasn't buying any plants this year. Hey, I don't have this variety planted, so it's got to count for something. And then for fall, I can plant some more. I got plenty of seeds. So hopefully I'm probably going to buy another grow light and use it. I did get all of my peppers planted. And I'm going to plant this spring. Or started. pretty exciting. And I have a bunch of people who's interested in them, so I shouldn't have any that go to waste. I should be able to give them all away. All right, let's see how long it takes. It just takes forever to pop it up on here. Dang! Where do you live at? At 10 o'clock is your lunch break? I mean, oh, darn. I want to do an evening live sometime. I do an evening live, but it's hard to with having kids, husband at home, and everything. I like this time because Haston's really self-sufficient. Like you give him, he has bananas and then something to drink, and he's usually golden. But maybe whenever I get some more subscribers. I did gain 1 subscriber this weekend, and it's because I bought a goat off of her. And he's really cute. His name 11 to 11:30. Oh, you're Eastern, so you're an hour ahead of me, aren't you? It's pretty. I've been to Ohio. That's the furthest I've been. I have family members in Ohio. I think we've talked about that before. Oh, well, you work early in the morning then. That is not pleasant for me. I don't know. I wake up pretty early in the morning. I used to work an early morning shift like that, and that was my favorite because then I had an afternoon. I had a huge afternoon. You know, go get Wyatt from my aunt's house because she's the one I paid her to babysit him, and we were great. Now I don't have a job. You want the other nanner? I told you he'd eat a bunch of bananas, guys. We've actually, Tina, we've been looking at some cattle at that are in Texas that we might go purchase just because they're hard to find here in Oklahoma. Here you go. Here's your nanner. They are, which there's some miniature zebu cattle. They're little Brahma cows, but they're supposed to be good homestead cows because they don't get really big. Yeah, you got short sticked on your hours, definitely, because that's 4 to 4:30 here. Yeah. But whenever my husband worked on the pipeline for a few years, and we worked really early hours. I worked at horse ranch, and I had started colts, but he worked hours like that. He'd have to leave the house at 4. Good morning, Tony. At least I have one moderator in here, huh? And Tony's in and out because he's got 1,000,001 things he has to do too. I've got my little bottle babies on a 3-time-a-day schedule, I think. Fingers crossed that it works. I think I'm going to feed them 4 times a day, though, honestly. I don't feel like I'm feeding them enough at 3 times a day. But the big one, he's 4 weeks old, the new one. And he's been on a bottle off and on, or he takes a bottle for the last 2 weeks just because it's easier on them to sell them. You have a good day. We will see y'all later. Manage your hours. See, you just get all your hours in 3 days pretty much is what it is. You work a 36-hour week. That's not terrible. That's actually a little more convenient than a lot of people. If you work 8-hour days, to have your 40 hours, you've got to work, 5 days. Tony works a lot. When I watch Tony's videos, I always think, man, does he ever sit down for very long? Because you're going. You're always going. You always got stuff you got to do. See, Monday through Friday. I love the vet clinic best for my hours, but I got there before I was supposed to be there, and I left usually late, just getting things done. You have a good day too, Bruce. We will see you later. Can't wait for May. Finally get to meet my friends. All right. Not trying to start new topics because I have people leaving, but I want to talk about chickens today, more than garden, mostly chickens. So, as you know, if you watched any of my videos, I did Paragon Ridge Ranch, Chrissy. We'll see you later too. You have a good day. I hope you get all of your stuff done that you're supposed to. I did Paragon Ridge Ranch challenge, like, is my chicken going to lay an egg? So I gave them cayenne pepper, red pepper flakes, some ginger, oregano, just a good healthy mix of things. And actually a lot of that stuff is good antimicrobials, so it kind of gives them a good jump start in the spring anyway. But I have found that it did not take 7 days like you would think. It actually took 12 days. So hello from Oklahoma to Arkansas. You're not too far, really. Arkansas. Fort Smith is about an hour and 10 minutes from me, so that gives you an idea of where I'm at. I'm right on I-40. So you're not very far. So I think this year I'm buying some chicks, some hens, and I'm going to buy, or pullet chicks. I'm also going to buy some more spent hens. Not for the fact that they lay great, but they do lay pretty good, but to give my flock a little bit of a boost. We're building the new chicken coop and rabbit pen, or rabbit barn. So I want to fill it up. I want to have a good amount of chickens. I have a lot of people who have requested eggs. I don't sell eggs normally. I gift eggs. But it's kind of like a give and take situation. We have a neighbor who does a lot with us, helps us with a lot of stuff. So therefore, I give back to them. It's a trade thing. And I know she's going to get on me. What? You want to see? So, we're going to talk a little bit about chickens. And so, everyone who has chickens. What? You ate the bananas. You want to sit on my lap again? What is you guys' favorite type of chicken? Do you have a particular breed that you like better than any other, or are you like me and you like a good mixed flock of colors? Because I like them all, except for feather-footed. That's because it's really muddy here a lot, and they require some maintenance. It's like alternative protein sources kind of thing. Like, is there one that in particular that you like? I'm sorry, it takes it a minute from, like, I pulled it, I'll show you again. I pull it up on my phone and it takes it a minute to get there. There we go. Thank you. He knows he's cute. That's his problem. He's going to hold my phone now. Hello, Susie, though. Thank you for appreciating his little adorable self, just like we do. Hi. Carpenter Self-Reliance. Good morning. How are y'all doing? I posed a question and no one has answered it yet. What is everyone's favorite type of chicken?
Hi. Oh. Bye. Bye. Boop, 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 boop. Beemo, beemo.
And if you're typing something and I can't see it, it's partly because my child. Cornish cross for meat. That's what Tony says. I'm actually been kind of researching a little bit. The black ones are pretty. Are you talking about like the AM Samanis, the solid black ones, or just black chickens in general? I have a black sex link. I have a black sex link cross because my black sex link is broody all the time. And I have an Australorp. And I love the black chickens myself, but I'm worried like the rare breeds, I'd probably kill them. Unfortunately. I need hardy birds, and it's pretty self-sufficient birds too, is what I'm at. And Tony says Cornish cross. The Cornish cross is the ultimate in meat birds. They for the most part, they're actually really easy to raise. I mean, you got 8 to 12 weeks in them usually. And we did about a few last year. This year we plan on doing some more. But I've been looking into breeds that I can raise that are a little easier to raise. Not necessarily easier to raise, but ones I can hatch out myself to have our own type of chicken and not have to depend on like a hatchery or anything. He's a ham. I need to just have a live and just have him playing in there, huh? Good morning, Kate. How are you? All of them. I like the black chickens. I think they're pretty. I grew up, we had game chickens, and they're mostly because they're tough and they raise all their own babies, but they're like for eating and things, they're not that great because they're not very big. We butchered 4 of them we did 8 last year. We butchered 4 at 8 weeks and 4 at 10 weeks. And because there's 4 that was just under 5 pounds and the other 4 were 6 and over. And the other 4, 2 weeks later, one of them weighed 9 pounds. That's a big bird. He's being fussy. What are you being fussy for? He's weird today. He's in a mood. I'm glad that you're good over there. Everything's going pretty good for us. I'll show everybody pictures again on my phone so I don't have to wake him up. He's probably awake, but we got and here, I'll show you this picture. My floor's dirty. But Milo has a friend. He is a commercial boar buckling. He's 4 weeks old. He's gigantic, obviously, compared to Milo. Milo's just a week old. But Milo is still so stinking cute. I tell him he's my Easter bunny. But this big guy, he gets on the couch when you're not looking. And Haston named him Bingo. All right. So other than varieties or things, we're building this new pen. I'm trying to learn more about wholesome nutrition for them more than just buying prepared feed. not necessarily prepared feed's great because it's nutritionally whole for them. But I would love to be able to rely less on things from the store. Not that I can't grow corn here. I don't have the space, and there's too much that's commercial corn that's too close to our house. But we want to buy things, like be able to buy whole grains in bulk to feed everything. And so I'm trying to experiment a little bit with that, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. But I did buy a bag of crumbles just in case. I'm just trying to learn more about it before I delve into it. Same thing with their goats. I'm wanting to get into more milk goats. That being said, anybody hears about some Lamacha does, preferably adult or yearling, like ready to breed, we want to buy a couple, 1 or 2. We'd like to have them for milk for here. Yes, we have Honey. Honey is 6 months old, though, so she obviously can't be bred yet. And she will produce plenty of milk for us because she's a cow. I'm looking for some goats. That way, whenever Honey's on her 2-month break, I do have goats that are in milk. Something, you know. And we can stagger the goat breeding, so that way one will kid 2 months before the other one does, kind of thing. That's what our plan is. Anyway, my plan. Maybe not Matt's plan, so that's my plan. That's quite a bit of pork. I think you did pretty good, Tony. How thick is your rind fat on your pork chops, though? That's the real question. Thank you. They are already pretty rotten. Possibly getting another boar, but it'll be a doeling. That's pretty decent for meat, though, for wholesome meat. I mean, you fed it, you know what went into it. That's a really good price for considering you know what you got. You know what I mean? Us butchering pig, I don't know if you heard, if I said it before you got in here or not, Tony, but ½ inch, that's perfect. Anything more, like anything over 3/4 of an inch is too much fat. You just can't get it's. I mean, you can put it in beans and stuff. You just can't eat it. Good morning, Michael Sherman. How is your urban chickens doing? I'm so. I asked, what's everyone's favorite variety of chicken? If you want to chime in on yours, what breeds you have or whatever. And you said you had a bunch of them. Oh, also, did you happen to find, have you been looking at, I just pulled all my papers out of my folder. Did you, are you still looking for property? Because I know some that's for sale that's in Oklahoma. I'll have to see if I can find it again. Oh, Tony, are you going to that YouTube family reunion with Crockers and Sawyer Ridge Farm that they're putting on? I have a black Australorp, and she lays the prettiest brown egg, and it's huge. But unfortunately, she's the only one I have. And I have my neighbors. I have 2 neighbors. One of them has visitors all the time, and the other ones are that live in front of us. They're the ones that they're really super nice. They help us with a lot of stuff. They gave us tin for our chicken coop because he had a bunch of tin he didn't need. It's pretty awesome. We get at least one out of the 2 are good neighbors, huh? I look forward to seeing you then. And Willow, if you bring Willow. We're not staying in a hotel because we live close enough. At least giving yourself a couple years to find it, you will have a really good idea of what you want. And you're not going to settle. I wish we looked at lots of properties in this area before we decided to just plop a trailer house on this 40 acres. I really wish we would have waited a little bit longer, but it didn't work that way. My husband was super anxious to get into a house. I can understand. We lived in a camper for a good while, because we worked on the road. But I really wish we could have done more, been in something more permanent, which this is pretty permanent. But yeah, had a house, not just a trailer house. I've never even lived in a real house my whole life. So it would have been nice to have like a concrete foundation home. Pretty excited. I'm excited. We'll see you there. And hopefully me and Auntie Ann will have the logo figured out, have new shirts printed, probably bring a handful to give away, bring stickers. I'm super excited about the stickers because all the plants that I have that's extra, I can bring them to give them away and slap my sticker on the container, and there they are. It's good advertising. That's not let me have that. I need that. That's a transfer sheet. Here. That's a paper. He got my iron-on transfer papers out. I have this cubby thing on my desk. Hopefully, they're not bad. Just make sure you have them. You buy one that's made for the area you live in. Set up how you want. This one, how it's made, like the living room, the master bedroom, and one bedroom is on this side, as well as all the closets are on the north side of the house. The south side of the house has one bedroom, a bathroom, or the kids' bathroom, my kitchen, my laundry room, and my bathroom. So like all the plumbing's on that side and not plumbing on this side. We're going to rearrange it. We're going to bring the laundry into our master bathroom because it's huge, and I don't ever use the bathtub. So we're going to pull the bathtub out. I use the bathtub for critters. My dog has her babies in there every year, every time she's bred. But she's done. We're getting her spayed. But I have Sis, but we're a few years from that. And whenever I had that goat that aborted her babies, I brought her in the house because it was cold and I wanted to be able to keep a good eye on her. So, they're over. That's the only thing my bathtub ever gets used for is animals. I'm going to pull it out. We're going to build a nice shower, put our stuff in there, Then I've got a space in the laundry room area, which is actually like a big hallway. I can put 2 upright freezers, or an upright freezer, and a shelf unit, something. We've got lots of plans. And then eventually I want to put a door in the hallway that'll go from the hallway to my bathroom. So it'll be like mudroom. You can go straight to shower. We've got lots of plans for the next 5 years. And tile through my kitchen and living room area. Not wood floors. Unfortunately, we're a little too rough for wood floors. And now the goats are hollering. Mobile homes are really adaptable, though. That's the best part about them. Just make sure you have them wherever you live that it's manufactured for the area. Otherwise, you won't have enough insulation. I wish ours had a little more insulation, I think, and a little better windows. But, we bought a lot model, so we got what we got instead of ordering one. We saved quite a bit of money doing that, actually. So, chickens, garden. Does anybody grow things specifically for your animals? Like, do you grow certain things in the garden or certain things out? Not right now, baby. He's going to pout. Do you grow anything specifically for your animals? I'm planning on doing fodder if I ever get to build a greenhouse, which I probably will. Daddy's rode the bus. I think Daddy drove to work. Wyatt rode the bus.
Right?
Yeah, Wyatt.
Got
He went to school.
wow.
But,
Doctor.
woo, you're going to fall. Here. Sit right here. Sit right here. I have plans to grow fodder, though, and
Wow. Oh, wow.
which will be pretty awesome. If I ever get to grow green or raise, if I ever get to do a greenhouse, which I should. That's pretty awesome. Geese make really good lawnmowers, but they're super loud. Just what I've noticed. Because I put them in a electric net fence, like my goat fence, put my geese in there, and they would eat down. That's like, it's 164 feet around. They would eat that whole spot in 2 days between the three of them. What? Mickey Mouse wouldn't come on, baby. I don't know why. It said buffering too long. Not right now. Go watch what's on TV. Yeah, Daddy's at work. He's pouty.
Yeah.
Like I said, the fodder will give me a good. I can feed it to the goats. I can feed it to the rabbits. I can feed it to the chickens. I would like to get to where I don't have, like I said earlier, I don't want to depend on the feed store. I don't want to depend on Walmart, anything like that. We wouldn't have them if they wouldn't have been given to us. My oldest boy wanted geese so bad, and we got some goslings given to us, and now we have 3 geese that live in with the goats because I don't want to let them loose in the yard. I'm really worried. My one neighbor, they have a dog that roams, and I'd be really worried that something would happen. Turkeys. I love turkeys. I like to raise them. They're actually pretty awesome. And they're not super loud, and you get a lot of meat off of one. Obviously, it would be worth it. The fodder that I want to do is barley. You soak it 24 hours and then you kind of rinse it every day. It takes 3 or 4 days to sprout, 7 days till it's, feedable. So ideally you need to run it on like a 7-day system. So you could have 7 trays of it or even do 8 trays of it. So then you have 1 day of extra. But I think they said on barley, 7 days is optimum. It's just, something easy. I think you can do oats, wheat, alfalfa. It's just like sprouts that you buy in the store to eat, that people eat. I have not heard how many people are going yet. I know that there's a bunch from our area that's going, a bunch of people that are just, and there should be a whole bunch of people that are traveling to it. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. Hello, 2.5 acres. How are y'all doing today? Oh, they lost their little one. They were pretty babies. I saw her short she did of them. They were gorgeous little goats. She corrected herself. It's like sprouts. You don't have to put it in the dirt. What they do is, or what I did, I tried it with mixed grains like sunflowers and barley and oats. But I don't have a whole lot of, I don't know. I didn't have a good setup. I was just testing it to see how it did. And take a glass jar and fill it up with, like, put however many sprouts you're supposed to for the tray you have. Pour water on it. Let it set overnight. Well, then you can cover it with like cheesecloth or something and strain the water out of it every day. Like pour water in there, strain the water out after a few minutes. You just rinse them. Enough to keep them kind of damp, but not damp enough that they mold. And then you can put them in a tray. You can actually sprout them in that jar. What is it? I think it was Living Traditions Homestead. They had where they did it in glass jars, which that would be really convenient just to feed chickens, because then you could get it to like day 3 or day 4 and feed it to the chickens. Any fermented or sprouted grains are way, way better than unsprouted. That's pretty sad. We've had a rough year with the goats. All of ours, obviously we didn't account for there's going to be record cold weather, you know, and we've lost so many babies, and we had several that were just born premature for one thing or another. And so our small goats are probably all going to be freezer bound this year, and we'll go from there. I want to get bigger goats, keep with the big goats. Like we had one mama, she laid on her baby. It was purely by accident. So it wasn't anything that she did wrong, really. She just laid down in the wrong spot, which that happens with all animals. See, I'm taking this approach with it too, Kate. We lost those babies, but the Lord has opened it up to us that we have found a couple boar goats that we're going to purchase to add to our herd for meat animals, and hopefully He'll bless us with a Lamacha nanny or two for home milk. He's so silly. Yeah. Chickens and goats and fodder and everything. So we have almost all the sides up. Matt's almost got the shell done on the chicken coop and rabbit barn. Not yet. Not yet. And that's pretty awesome. We're going to have a dedicated space for the rabbits. I do. We've hit terrible 2s, and then we've got a 9-year-old boy also, and he is getting to the point where he is very needy of things, which we don't do video games or anything like that. All of our stuff. If you are bored, go outside and play. Go dig a hole. Go chop a tree down. You know, as long as you don't hurt yourself and you don't hurt anything, we're fine with it. But this little one, he's mama's baby, and he needs a lot. But it's okay. It's worth it to be home, and he gets to be raised out here in the dirt and gets to be raised with all these things. Brother, I was blessed. We'll see you later, Shondell. You have a good day and a good week. Yeah. I was blessed with the older boy that I got. I worked. My great aunt watched him and was told to watch this one, unfortunately. So home we are. You could tell he was a mom's baby. He is 100% mom's baby. He keeps pushing buttons on the keyboard, which if you see it raise up comments, then yeah, that's probably why. Bye, Shondell. It's pretty amazing to me. I'm in a group on Facebook, and it's Homesteaders of YouTube, that there's a lot of much bigger YouTubers in there than I am. way bigger. I have 351 subscribers. And one of them posed the question, which Jessica Sowards of Roots and Refuge Farm, she posed the question in the group, and she said, "What, for conversation's sake, what made you get into YouTube?" And I put on there, this is exactly why. Right here. This is exactly why. I have an outlet. I get to talk to people. I'm a stay-at-home mom. It's a very lonely job. But I get to have an outlet. I get to have people to talk to. And I have so many like-minded people from all over that share the same kind of passions and dreams that I have to grow a farm and feed my family. And this is why. It helped me beat whatever funk I was in. When I started YouTube. Mom, it got a lot better. So it's just, I happened to think about it just this minute for some reason. She also posed, what is your biggest misconception with YouTube? And I'm going to ask you guys that question too. What is your biggest misconception about having a YouTube channel? What I said was that I figured nobody would care. I didn't think there would be anybody who would watch my videos, anybody that would comment on anything. I figured I would just be doing it to give myself another space. Like, this is my extra. This is my space. And see, even Tony thinks the same way. It gives us more people. It opens us up. Same thing with Michael. So I honestly, I didn't figure there'd be anybody who would care enough to watch my videos. So I just posted them. I didn't share them on Facebook. I didn't tell my friends about it. And I had several people that watched my videos before I ever even brought it to my family and said, "Hey, look, I have a YouTube channel. Do you want to watch?" So what was your biggest, what's your biggest misconception about having a YouTube channel, or even when you first started YouTube? That wasn't right. It wasn't correct. Like, what's something you thought that actually turned out better than that or different? In the last 3 minutes of 10 o'clock, we can have some deep conversation. And if you don't want to answer, that's fine. Tony's growing really fast, actually. I think, see, in May, it'll be 2 years I've been on YouTube. But I've not really broadcasted out there a lot. I am one of the more quiet observer types, so that's why I haven't grown a lot. But whenever I do get growth, or whenever I see getting growth, I so appreciate it. It's not... And people like you, Kate, are the reason why we do this, because you get to see, you like seeing the inside of our world, what our lives are like. And we love having people like you who support us and want to talk about it. You have the same dreams as we do, but your dreams aren't a physical fruition, I guess, in your life, but very much an extension of our dreams to you. I see them, and actually, for some reason, which is probably the reason is in there and has brown hair and he's 2'6" tall, I got unsubscribed from Tony for a little bit. I don't know how. He must have been on my phone and hit it whenever I was watching videos. But, yeah. And I usually have them turned on while I'm feeding little goats and things like that. I need to go back and watch. I'm going to just put you on the TV and play them all, and then come back and comment on all of them. Sound good? Sound good, Tony? I don't know. I used to be a super outgoing person, and I was whenever I was self-employed, I got quiet, got really withdrawn, and I don't know. Now I'm trying to get out of my shell again, I guess, is the big thing. I really need to get out of my shell a little more. I need to be a little more outgoing and grow. And I need to learn more about editing on YouTube, apparently. Because yeah, I don't know. I know I've been subscribed to you for a very long time, but I don't know what happened. But the same thing happened to Matt. He had 5 Family Homestead, I think is what it is. He's watched them for a long time. And he was looking the other day and he realized he wasn't subscribed to him anymore. Like, I know he watches them. He watches them every time they post a new video. So who knows? Pencil. I'll schedule it further in advance next time, Michael. Editing, depending on what you got. I mean, if you do work with the knowledge that you have, it's better than not doing it at all. That's the way I see it. So if my videos are a little shaky or they're weird, I'm working with what I got. But putting a video out there is a lot better than not, I guess. Till quality comes with practice. I guess that's the good way to put it. Yeah, we do love to have Miss Kate around. She's the reason why we do this. We'll see you later, Michael. Hopefully I'll have this scheduled well in advance for next time. I ain't got no knowledge. Hey, anything is better than those shorts. I like to do the shorts. I post quite a few of them. I haven't here lately because they are just terrible. Some of them I've watched. I'm like, what in the world? And then Matt watches stuff on TikTok, and I'm like, these people are retarded. They have something that's not right. A lot of them do such stupid things for those little video clips. No, I can't do that. It's like, let's be a little more knowledgeable about this. Poor people. You're welcome, Kate. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate all of you. Every one of you that come into this live, I so appreciate. But yeah, it is 1 hour and 3 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope all of you had as much of an interesting morning as I did with you guys. And hopefully I'll have my next video out tomorrow. I know I've skipped Saturday videos for 2 weeks in a row, but hopefully that'll change. I might video actually some Friday night at the sale. We'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. And who knows? We'll see you tomorrow in my regular video. See ya. Bye.